Hello, I'm Nolan and I'm a junior. And to be honest, I've never really had a specific moment that I was converted or anything like that. I've always been a pretty good Catholic my whole life, and I've always been into it, and it's always really meant something to me even. But if there's one thing I have to base my foundation of faith on, it's on making God the focal point in my life, which is my word. I mean, I've still had my ups and downs, but there's been times when I put other stuff first besides God, and it just doesn't work out. I mean, you put God on the back burner, and he just kind of sits back there, and you just don't want to take it off. When God's first, when he's the focal point, everything just works better. And I found out my whole life when I've done bad things and nothing really seems to work out. And then put God first, and everything just kind of falls in its own place. So even though I value my faith and I live it and I care a lot about it, I always just need to remember that I need to put God before everything else, and I can't let everything else get in the way. That's all. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Colleen McCarthy, and I'm a junior. My word is family, because I was born and raised in a Catholic family, and my parents are really strict Catholics. Every week they make me go to church, whether I like it or not. But my mom was actually converted to being Catholic when she got married to my dad. So her side of her family isn't Catholic. And I'll be talking to my cousins on that side, and they'll be telling me about their day, and I'll just hear about all the struggles that they're going through. And they'll ask me for some advice on what to do to get through it. So I'll just tell them, pray to God, because, God will help you through everything. And they say, God can't be real. There's no way that he'd be letting us go through all of this. If he really cared for us and loved us, then he'd be, making our lives better. But I have one cousin who, recently actually, she decided that she wanted to become a Catholic. So she's been asking me all these questions about, the Catholic faith, and anytime she doesn't, she has a question about it, she'll ask me or my family, and I just think it's really cool that she realized that, God can help us through it. And I think it's really cool that she made the choice to become Catholic. So.
Okay, I don't remember if I introduced myself. I'm Jeff. The word that I picked for foundation was inspiration, because I found it easy, first through 8th grade to just go to church, just to accept that that's what's going to happen. Is you're going to church, you don't have a choice. It kind of continued into my freshman year, and I was just going to church. And how many of you have ever experienced a time where you have no motivation and no inspiration, you just don't want to do anything? You're just so bored. You don't have any inspiration and no motivation, you just want to sit on the couch and do nothing all day. You feel no love, you feel nothing. Well, freshman year, that happened to me. I was just going through a horrible stage of, I don't want to call it depression, but I was just so sick of the motions. I would wake up and go to school, I would do homework, and then I would go to bed and just repeat. It was the same thing every day. So when I think of foundation for faith, I really think of what started my faith. And 2 years ago, maybe not from this exact weekend, but 2 years ago, I decided that I wanted to come to this retreat. And ever since that, I do not regret that one bit, because that retreat gave me the inspiration to follow God. I've never been so close to God since that retreat. Or, that's not what I meant to say, I'm sorry. That retreat, I'm sorry. See, how did I want to word that? That retreat gave me the most inspiration I have ever felt from God. God touched me right in the heart, and he said he loves me. And I've never felt more away from the routine that I felt before. I felt every day was just a new awesome day, and that's what really got my faith going. After that, I decided to join Life Force, and I was on Life Force last year, and I'm on it again this year, and I'm really striving to do what God wants me to do. And just, I keep this word next to my heart. Inspiration has always been what keeps me going.
My name is Sarah Huber, and my faith journey has been a difficult one, and I don't know, like once you're like raised Catholic, you can kind of get into this like, oh, I'm Catholic, so that's like good enough. But I really, when it was like my freshman year at the retreat at my church, where I really found that moment that really like started my faith for myself. And I was just like in adoration, just sitting there. And then all of a sudden, I just felt like I need to like lay down on the floor in front of the sacrament and like humble myself before God. Because I feel like having like a strong faith starts with humbling and realizing that what you do in life is for the glory of God and not for the glory of you. And a lot of people like misinterpret being humble as being, oh, like, I do great things, but no one needs to know about it. But it's not about that. It's just not like being prideful about it and living for what other people say you do. Like, I'm not on the life force team so that all of you see me and be like, wow, she's great. I'm on the life force team to help all of you who are here. Like, to help you strengthen your faith, like the people around me have helped me strengthen mine. And one of my biggest inspirations in life is Mother Teresa. And I just love her so much, and she's taught me so much about being humble. Like, she gave up everything she had in life to start her own group to serve poor, starving, and dying people in India. Like, that's just ridiculous to imagine that she could have stayed with the order that she was, that kind of just like went through like the motions and stuff like that. But she realized that she needed to serve others, and to really truly serve others, you need humility. And that's what my word is, because I love helping people and like just doing like ridiculous things for them, that if I was always worried about what other people were thinking of me and had this higher sense of self that I wouldn't do, like when I hang out with my little cousins and they want me to dance to like Selena Gomez music with them, like I need to be humble to do that, and I just do that to just see the smile on their face. So my foundation for faith is humility.
Alright, hey guys, Nolan and Meg, Junior, Life Force. Good. And I want to talk to you about presence. Now, one thing that people usually find tough with the Catholic faith is how, or just faith in general, just believe that there is God. It's like, okay, so you say there's a God, but I'm not seeing him. I'm not seeing some all-powerful guy sitting in front of me telling me what to do, how to make my life better. And I just want to let you guys know that that's not really what it's about. It's not that we have to see him right here in front of us. It's just knowing that there is something greater than us, greater than everything that we have above us, looking down at us. And always looking out for us and doing what's best for us. That's kind of something that we want to base our faith off of, and just remember that he's always there. But I had an experience, I actually had it in this very building. My 6th grade year, I had a retreat through Our Lady of Consolation. We always had middle school retreats. And it was Saturday, and it was during adoration, which is always a huge time. We're actually going to have adoration twice this retreat, just to bring it that much better for you guys. We're having adoration on Saturday night. And if you can just imagine, we have a band playing, we have Jesus Christ actually right in front of us, which is even better than anything, just through here through the Eucharist. We have everybody on their knees, we have people crying, we have people praying with others, just everyone. It's a great scene. That's what adoration is all about, right? And so I'll visualize it. So I'm just like everybody else, like I was going through some tough times at that point. I was on my knees praying to God, giving praise to my Lord. And all of a sudden I had my hands up. I was doing this entire adoration. And I felt a little push on my feet, a little lift on my arms. So I mean, if you feel something on your legs, who's touching me, right? So I was praying, and I feel something. I turn around, but there's no one here. That's the experience I had, that I learned that God is always with me. For I know, I don't think anybody was that quick to be way over there and then come tap me and then keep it straight. But that's just an experience that I had where I truly felt God's presence. That's where I just kind of had that click, where I just knew that God was telling me, hey Nolan, get your act together, let's start recognizing me and what I'm trying to do for you. So that's just something that really started my faith. It really just got me going, just knowing that God will always be by my side, even though He may not always be, pushing out my feet or lifting up my hands to glorify Him. That's when I learned that He'll always be with me and that He's always trying to do His best for me.
Okay, so I don't know where my I forget things a lot. Okay, so I'm I'm a senior, just in case any of you guys didn't know. So I have a phrase I picked. My phrase was power of pain. Just kind of why I chose this is the power of pain. It gave me the power to have faith life. Gonna rewind 4 years, freshman year. A lot of people would say I had everything going for me. I was in good classes. I had all A's. I was a 3-sport athlete. I had a long-term relationship. I had great friends. I got along with people. Then about the middle of the year, my parents found me. My parents found me trying to commit suicide. If they hadn't found me 5 minutes later, I wouldn't be standing here today. I struggled through the years, and I always went on retreats ever since my 7th grade year. I was really involved in my youth group. I kind of just went through the motions. I loved going to retreats because I had great friends there. But they've never changed me in the way that I needed to be changed. I was always a good person. But so then throughout my junior year, I slowly was getting back on the right track. My faith was starting to build back up again. And I'd always have this new light inside me that would shine out occasionally. And it was always a result of a new and a stronger faith. And my pain always brought me back to my faith. But a lot of times I didn't want my faith to win. I wanted the devil to win. I wanted to be miserable and sad, and I didn't want my depression to leave me. And it wasn't the easiest thing, knowing that you have depression and not being able to do anything about it, really. And then I was going really strong my junior year into the summer. And then senior year came along, great time, I'm going to be out of high school soon. But I found myself again physically hurting myself, just wishing that I wouldn't be here anymore. But it wasn't my parents who were going to save me this time, because ever since my freshman year, they didn't know. They thought it was just a one-time thing, everyone goes through it. That was okay, but I wasn't. And they never really talked to anyone about my problems. What saved me this year was this Life Force team. They're like my family to me. And my pain, the power of that pain, and my struggles I've been through in the past 4 years, they got me where I am today. I wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for it. And although everyone still struggles with my faith, I still struggle with it. It's not 100% yet. I don't expect it to be. Because my life and everyone's lives, I truly believe it's all about trying to achieve a perfect faith, which is really difficult. It's not easy. And again, if I hadn't gone through what I did, my faith wouldn't thrive like it does today. And I truly believe that the power of pain was my foundation for faith. It got me going, and it helped me realize how important my faith is to me.